Hello and welcome to the fire. The swords are sharp and we have the armor ready for the troops. The time for the battle is upon us. The battle at the Clan of the Wolf. r/D&D stories posted by Noob with a Cube. Hello again, sibling. My far friends, much has happened since my last writing. The necromancer has given me an old book after the group returned from a shimmering portal with vast tall buildings of stone on the other side. It smells of earth and mold, and I love it so. Mardar, the ogre and apprentice of the necromancer, has informed me that they have seen books in the hands of other religions on their travels. Thus, I believe it is only right that I record these events for posterity and theology. Our God, the Wolf of the Lone, has made allies with two others and has instructed me to allow their priest and priestess equal time at the altar. Muriadar, the god of crafting and pacifism, as well as Gakonak, kobold god of defensive crafting and warfare. I do not know much of these deities or their whims, however, their clerics have made an impression. A hobgoblin woman is the priestess of Miradar. She is constantly trying to convert the unaffiliated bugbears that have joined us, but that I shall speak of later. As for the kobold inventor, he is no high priest, just a simple worshipper of Gakonek, yet the oldest. I do not mind their lessons, as they seem to reinforce many of my own god's points and approaches. Until I see any duplicity, I shall follow my god's word to the letter and spirit, welcoming them openly. Enough of me and my relationship with others. The Wolf of the Lone is the most important one to speak of, for it is their genius that has swollen our ranks so. General Bonekisser discovered a blessing that the kobold recruits seemed to obtain overnight. Many of the kobolds had begun to grow wings. Soon it would be that every kobold in camp had. He brought up the idea of bringing night raids over the enemy camp after the Wolf of the Lone had acquired their location. Instead, however, the avatar of the wolf, Gesh, greeted us with an idea. And lo, the Wolf of the Lone said for us to gather all cotton and wool in the camp, and the followers all complied. After it had been gathered in a grand pile in the storage room, a second command was issued to gather the eldest, the children, and the virile of the goblins, hobgoblins, and bugbears in the camp, and the followers complied. The Wolf of the Lone bid the artificer and the necromancer to create recording spells en masse. After they would be made, they were handed to one of the 9 volunteers. Messages of begging, pleading, but also messages of the bounty of not having to send our children off to combat. After the messages were recorded on the mouth-like and metallic spears, they were placed inside of the cotton we had gathered. That night, the Wolf of the Lone climbed into the artificer's massive flying contraption and took off with the kobolds over the Hydra's Pass. I do not know everything which occurred except that the avatar and the chosen returned with all of the kobolds who left. Many kobolds were injured, but there was not a fatality. In truth, at this point I doubted. I believed that the general's plan would be the best. Now that if we were to attack in the dead of night from the sky, that we could wipe them out. Oh, how my hubris was wrong. The next 2 days, the clan was flooded with refugees from the enemy camp. Half of their numbers deflected to us, and not simply the goblins like even the kobolds suspected. Bugbears, hobgoblins, and goblins fled the War Mother. And so, without a drop of heart's blood, our god, the Wolf of the Lone, had removed nearly half of those who would stand against them, and had gained just as many supplicants. I write this on a fateful morning again. The wolf has been challenged, along with their chosen. They are to meet in the Hydra's ravine and battle Vidressa and her elites. Should they win, Vidressa has said on her word that she will not attack the camp. Many have pointed out the phrasing of her challenge, and while we as a camp are hopeful as supplies are high due to our god blessing our crops, we are ready to defend ourselves. Not long ago, the wolf and their metallic chosen returned with more metal folk, as well as a titan of them speaking as a child. The smaller kind have been teaching us their combat styles and have said they will join us in battle, while the titan stays near the bees with Bargush, the pacifist ogre. As I write this, the odd magical sensation has taken me. I feel the battle that the wolf is in against Vidressa. A dark, divine power has overtaken the War Mother, and she must be stopped before it sunders the entire mountain range. I see as the newest ally, a large crow sends a shining dagger with a beautiful golden bell on it through the shadows, making up the gigantic form of Vidressa, dispelling it. The clan! It's under attack! I must go to the wall and heal the defenders. I know not how long it has been. The sun looks like it has barely moved, but the carnage. Our side took little casualties. Few have died. Thank the wolf. I write this after a strange call went out upon the enemy forces. Fortress, they said. Well, fortresses are what happened. 4 massive silverish towers appeared barely more than 100 feet from our wall. Thankfully, all the ballistas that they had brought with them were the first targets for our own. It seems the enemy is running out of arrows, as they haven't fired out of the slits for a while. I had to stop our forces. Instead of banners, instead of flags, the enemy held hobgoblin babes aloft on restraint chairs attached to poles. Each of the 4 towers have 3 of the children inside of them. I stopped General Bonekisser from ordering the attack on the towers, and when I did, General Bonekisser took 2 arrows that seemed to be meant for me. If not for the magical armor gifted by the metallic chosen, he surely would have died. He is critical, and the other clerics are tending to him. I can only hope that the wolf returns in time. I can feel their divine power nearing. I can only hope that the wolf agrees with my choice and our forces' handling of the attack. I normally would not have called off the counterattack. I was scared, shaking. My limbs would not move. Yet when I saw the children, my scars hurt so much. It felt like my skin itself moved my body forward, my now healed scars commanding me into action. All I can hope for is that it was a sign. Our enemies are outside our gates, a single war mage in one of the towers as they run out of arrows and hopefully supplies. But my clansmen are scared. If this is what the wolf wanted, for the battle to end and not to drip the blood of the innocent, then I hope that they return swiftly. I have a bad feeling about what is to come. The battle has begun. How will the Wolf clan fare once all the dust has been settled? Will the Wolf alone stay true to their values, or will a secret deal with a fiendish ally taint their perspective? I'll tell you sometime after Sunday. We love a good war story here, and this is a good one. Will the army of the wolf stand tall in victory, or will it be a bitter defeat? We'll What do you think? And that's our story. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more future content. Also, if you would kindly follow the socials posted in the description, that would be amazing. As always, be good, be great, be awesome.